Enoch's visions and the fallen angels. Friends, today we step into one of the most mysterious and controversial ancient writings connected to the Bible. A book that was quoted in the New Testament. A book that shaped the beliefs of many ancient Jews. A book discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yet for centuries, much of the church barely spoke about it. That book is the Book of Enoch. And inside its pages are visions of heaven, revelations about fallen angels, and warnings about the final judgment of the world. Who was Enoch? The story begins with a mysterious figure from early biblical history, Enoch. Enoch lived long before the flood in the days of Noah. In the book of Genesis, Enoch is mentioned only briefly, yet his description is remarkable. Enoch walked with God, then he was no more, because God took him. In other words, Enoch never experienced death in the mortal way. God took him directly. That mysterious detail sparked centuries of curiosity among ancient believers. What did Enoch see? What did God show him? The Book of Enoch claims to answer those questions. According to the book, angels took Enoch on a journey through the heavens. He saw the structure of the cosmos. He saw the storehouses of the winds. He saw the paths of the sun and the moon. And he was shown how time itself is measured. These visions appear in sections scholars call the astronomical book. In this part of the text, the angel Uriel teaches Enoch how the heavenly bodies mark time. This is where we find the earliest description of the 364-day solar calendar. According to this system, the year has 364 days. The sun moves through gates in the heavens. Seasons are perfectly ordered, and time follows a divine pattern set by God. This calendar later appeared among the Qumran community who preserved the Dead Sea Scrolls. They believed Enoch's revelation described the true heavenly calendar. But the Book of Enoch contains something even more dramatic. It expands on one of the most mysterious passages in the Bible. In Genesis 6, we read about the sons of God who came down to earth and took human wives. The Book of Enoch identifies these beings as a group of angels called the Watchers. Their leader was Simjaza. Another powerful figure was Aziel. According to Enoch's account, these angels rebelled against heaven. They descended to earth. They taught humanity forbidden knowledge, weapons of war, sorcery, secret technologies, and corrupt spiritual practices. Then something even more shocking happened. These fallen angels had children with human women. These children became the Nephilim. Now the Nephilim were described as giants and violent warriors who filled the earth with corruption and bloodshed. This chaos eventually led to the judgment of the flood in the days of Noah. In Enoch's vision, God sends angels to stop the rebellion. The archangel Michael and other heavenly beings confront the fallen watchers. The rebellious angels are bound and imprisoned until the final judgment. Their giant offspring are destroyed, but their spirits remain as wandering forces of evil on the earth. This explanation helped ancient readers understand the origin of spiritual darkness in the world. The Book of Enoch also describes the future. Enoch sees a coming day when God will judge both angels and humanity. A righteous king will appear, the wicked will be removed, and a new age of justice will begin. This figure is often called the Son of Man in the text. That title may sound familiar, because it is the same title frequently used by Jesus Christ in the New Testament. In fact, the New Testament directly quotes the Book of Enoch. In the Epistle of Jude, we read a prophecy attributed to Enoch. It says, "Behold, the Lord comes with 10,000s of his holy ones to execute judgment on all." This quotation comes straight from the Book of Enoch. That means early Christians were familiar with this ancient text. It influenced how they understood spiritual warfare, fallen angels, and the end times. Many scholars believe ideas from Enoch shaped Jewish expectations by the end of the age, when Jesus spoke about angels being judged, the coming Son of Man, and the separation of the righteous and the wicked. These themes closely resemble the visions recorded in Enoch. While the New Testament never declares Enoch to be scripture, its influence on early Jewish thought was undeniable. Over time, the Book of Enoch disappeared from most parts of the Christian world. It survived primarily in ancient Ethiopian manuscripts preserved by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Then in the 20th century, fragments of Enoch were discovered among the Dead Sea Scrolls. This discovery proved something remarkable. The Book of Enoch was widely read before the time of Jesus. The Book of Enoch also gives us a glimpse into how ancient believers understood the unseen world. It tells a story of rebellion in heaven, corruption on earth, and a coming day of justice. Whether one accepts every detail literally or views it as symbolic, the central message is clear. God sees the injustice of the world, and one day He will set things right. The story of Enoch reminds us that history is not just about kingdoms and empires. There is a spiritual dimension unfolding behind the scenes. Heaven and earth are connected, and the battle between God and evil is older than humanity itself. But the final chapter has already been written. The same God who showed Enoch visions of judgment also promises restoration, a day when darkness ends and righteousness reigns forever. God bless you and have a good day.